Hello and Minglaba, I am Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today, and this is where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Today we have reports from our reporters Loom on finding of study trip to Rakhine State. Willinson got the story on Yangon Dala Bridge construction. Akajo will give us the detailed report on Vice President U Myint Swe and business persons discussing fishery and agriculture. And lastly, Thora Swizin has the story on ethnic festival at Yangon University of Foreign Languages. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. Deputy Minister for Planning and Finance U Myint Swe and officials held a meeting to seek means for further progress of the domestic insurance industry on Sunday at Myanmar Insurance Head Office in Yangon. Speaking on the occasion, the Deputy Minister said permits would be issued for the foreign insurance companies that would join the Myanmar market in the near future and expressed belief that they would be the facilitator for the growth of domestic insurance industry. He called for intensifying public awareness of the insurance as most of the people were not familiar with the business till now. A ceremony to educate parents about early childhood development was held at Zabutiri Hall in Naypyidaw Council area on Sunday, with the Union Minister for Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement, Dr. U Myint Swe, calling on parents to systematically nurture their under 3-year-old children. Speaking at the event, the Union Minister said his ministry is also giving trainings to the employees to educate the parents as the ministry is concerned for early childhood development. The Union Minister said long-term manpower resources need to be created from early childhood. Brain development of a child is within its first 1,000 days, so parents must take the duty of systematic nurturing. To cover the needs of the whole country, there are not enough state-operated daycare centers and preschools and still requirements across the nations. The government is providing assistance for self-operated preschools and mother circles. The Union Minister has urged the parents to check the development of children until 3 years old regularly with the use of directives from the ministry. A purified drinking water supply project jointly implemented by the Department of National Resource Development Affairs under the Ministry of Border Affairs and a Japanese non-governmental organization, Terra People Association (TPA), was inaugurated on Friday at the Myatendan Monastery in Pa'o Self-Administered Zone, Pinlaon Township, Southern Shan State. Chief Minister of Shan State, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Border Affairs, Chairman of the Pa'o Self-Administered Zone leading body, representatives from the Japanese Embassy and the TPA unveiled the stone inscription of the water supply facility. The project can be provided to 9 water storage tanks that can hold some 7,600 gallons with the use of water pumping machines from 2 reservoirs holding 86,000 gallons of water. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now for our first report. A group of 14 participants combined with different political parties visited the Rakhine State as a part of study trip to study the current peace process in Myanmar. The study trip's duration took 5 days from June 17th to June 21st. There was an experience sharing session when they came back to Yangon at the Myanmar Press Freedom Center last Thursday. Loom reports.
Hi there, this is your messenger Lou, greeting from Myanmar Radio. Now I've got a story about the findings of study trip to Rakhine State. The political talk with the title Rakhine Issue is the Union Matter was held in Yangon on February 7, 2019. With the participation from 34 groups, the report on the Rakhine issue was first released for the very first time back then. On June 2, 2019, another political talk with the title Stop the Armed Conflicts, Instant Find Solution Through Political Dialogue was held in Yangon. The main purposes of the political talk were to stop all human rights violations due to the armed conflicts, to find solutions through political dialogue with equal and fair manner for all, and to develop a genuine democratic nation. At the end of the talk, another report on Rakhine issue was released. In the report, it was mainly highlighted that the Damaro should take the initiative to stop the armed conflicts. Not only nationwide ceasefire agreement NCA 21st century bin loan, but there should be other ways to include all the political parties in a peace dialogue. Freedoms of the press and Myaut U to be armed conflict-free zone were mentioned in the reports. As a consequence of those political talks and reports, the group, with 14 members, visited Rakhine State for the purpose of study trip. The duration of 5-day-long study trip was from June 17 to June 21, 2019. U Myint Swe, member of Democratic Party for a New Society (DPNS), explained more about the study trip to Rakhine State.
How they chat people, you have people, so you say, Chiba, and I don't know, Tima, General Way, General,
The participants were from Arakan League for Democracy, the United Nationality Alliance (UNA), UNDO, and Democratic Party for a New Society (DPNS), YNS, Student and Youth Congress (SYCB), and ABFSU. The participants visited to Sidwe, Bongnajun, Jiaodo, and Myaut U. They met Rakhine State government, Rakhine State Ludo, political party, civil society organization from Rakhine, Myaut U Culture Preservation Group, local people, IDPs, and other respective leaders from there.
Okay, Namagara Joba, Rakhine Democracy for sure to move. Okay, you can't be no general Lila, it was Dima, you can't ye the Bitonzo or ye pit this regional point of boy Shima look at Pubare. Era, ye, a sepo, no? Papilu, you can't ye the Bitonzo, ye pit this or Dinanga Bitonzo. Name in a positary, Pined in a positary, Diana in a positary Nangan Pite, Edo, Malonga, Sibuga and Mayola, Edajan, the Pue Chempare comedy in a Yakampinego, Daye Dwabido, Koda and Lila, Port, watching Pipare.
U Myint said the IDPs people from Rakhine are going through difficult times. There are more than 46,506 IDPs currently living in Rakhine. 2 IDP camps in Sidwe, 5 IDP camps in Bongnajun, 3 IDP camps in Jiaodo, 28 IDP camps in Myaut U, and 3 camps in Minh Bia, and 15 camps in Yateta. The overall findings of the study trip will be presented to the President of Myanmar, with the hope to see the future of Myanmar to be the truly federal democratic nation. Alright, that's all about the study trip to Rakhine State, and goodbye. Until next story, I am yours, Lou.
That's a report on finding of study trip to Rakhine State. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, cloudy and a couple of thunderstorms. The daily outlook is around 30 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 36 degrees Celsius. There's a 64% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, cloudy and thunderstorms in 1 or 2 spots. The daily outlook is around 27 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 32 degrees Celsius. 42% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, thunderstorms in the area Tuesday morning through Thursday afternoon. In Mandalay, not as warm, a passing morning shower, then a thunderstorm in parts of the area. The daily outlook is around 31 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 36 degrees Celsius, 56% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. One of the most anticipated bridge construction projects in Yangon, Yangon Dalap Bridge construction, has begun last Friday. After the groundbreaking ceremony was held on the same day, The report at the groundbreaking ceremony stated that the bridge construction will be completed in 41 months. This bridge will be the key transportation means for Yangon Dala transport and other cities like Tonte, Kormu, and Yangon. Williamson reports.
Korea-Myanmar Friendship Bridge connecting Yangon and Dalat construction has kicked off on 28th of June 2019, and the groundbreaking ceremony was held on the same day. According to the report at the groundbreaking ceremony, the project will be completed in 41 months and it is expected to be completed in March of 2022. The total amount of $188 million will be used for the construction of the bridge. Out of $188 million, 137 will be from Korean development loan, and the government of Myanmar will provide 30 million and another 20 million will be loaned from the government of South Korea. The bridge will have a total length of over 6,000 feet. As the construction has been begun from the last side, it has not been begun from Yangon side. Speaking on the reason why it has not been begun from Yangon side, let's hear from U Myint Swe, the project manager from the last side.
Yangon ဘက်ကတော့သူတို့မှာ obstruction တွေအများကြီးရှိပါတယ်။သူတို့အောက်ကလမ်းအောက်ကရေမြောင်းတွေရှိတယ်။နောက်မီးကြိုးတွေဟိုအကျိုးတွေအဲ့ဒီအရာတွေသူရှင်းလင်းရင်လုပ်ပါတယ်။
From Yangon side, there are so many observations to be checked, such as drainage, electric wire out to be cleared first. After the clearance of these things, the project will soon be carried from Yangon side, but I cannot tell the exact time when it will begin from the other side. Yangon-Dala Bridge is one of the most anticipated bridges to be built in Yangon, especially when it comes to connecting Yangon and Dala directly. On the time frame of the construction of the bridge, now once again let's hear from U Myint Swe. Public may think that process of the construction is lingering, but we are working according to the schedule. This is not a bridge which can be built like any other bridge. We need to make sure that the public transportation is convenient, the roads, the drainage have to be made. After we finish all these issues, only we get the permission to build the bridge. As we have mentioned before, the bridge will be completed within 41 months. U Myint, Yangon Region Lord representative from the La constituency, speaking on why the construction process was lingering before. Once again, let's hear from U Myint.
အဲ့တော့ဒါနိုင်ငံချစ်ကြည်ရေးတရားဖြစ်တဲ့ကြောင့်ကိုယ်သဘောနဲ့ကိုလုံးလို့မရဘူးဒါ diplomacy ခန့်ကဏ္ဍပါနေတယ်ပေါ့နော်တန်ခင်းတမန်ခင်းကိစ္စတွေဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်အကြိမ်ကြိမ်ညှိနှိုင်းရတဲ့အပိုင်းတွေအများကြီးရှိပါတယ်ဒါကြောင့်ဒီတရားကဘာကြောင့်ကြန့်ကြာရတာလဲဆိုနှစ်နိုင်ငံအစိုးရကသူ့ဘက်ကလိုအပ်ချက်တွေ
As this is a friendship bridge between the two countries, we cannot carry the task as we want. We have to do several meetings and negotiation. As the two countries are holding talks on bridge-related issues, the construction of the bridge was delayed. If this is only for the government of Myanmar, the delay will not be that long. As it is raining season, the construction process may face other unwanted challenges, but the statement at the groundbreaking ceremony says the construction is to be carried out regularly according to its procedure. The locals in Dala are extremely happy as the construction of the bridge finally begins, and the locals are hoping that this bridge will support the locals in their socio-economic conditions. This bridge is not only a good news for the locals in Dala, this bridge will also play an important role in transportation to other cities like Kormu, Tonte, and Yangon. Now let's hear from Go Kim Win, the local from Dala, speaking to MI Radio on his feeling of the new bridge to be built soon.
ကျွန်တော်တို့အခုကျွန်တော်အသက်ဆိုရင်40နဲ့4နှစ်ရှိပါပြီကျွန်တော်တို့ဘဝတက်တာမှာအခု40နှစ်မတိုင်ခင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့မိဘတွေလက်ထက်အထက်တွေကပေါ့နော်
I am 40 years old. From the time of my grandfather, there was a plan to build this bridge. It did not happen, but now, as the construction has finally begun, we are glad about it. This is William Zin reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Yangon Dalat Bridge construction. All right, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,515 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 220 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,725 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,920 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,119 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 366 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,392. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $59. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,500. MTSH is at 3,400. MCB is at 7,900. FPB is down 500 at 23,500. TMH is down 50 at 3,000. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices, so MI Radio is with you wherever you go. Moving on to third report, Vice President U Myint Swe met ministers from respective ministries and business persons and discussed plans for fishery and agriculture development. The 28th meeting took place at UMFCCI in Yangon on Saturday morning. Akajo reports.
Vice President U Myint Swe met with Myanmar business persons at UMFCCI in Yangon on Saturday. The meeting aims to promote the fisheries and agriculture sectors. Also present at the meeting were Vice Chairman of PSTC and Union Minister for Commerce Dr. Myint, Union Minister for Planning and Finance U Win, Union Minister for Investment and Foreign Economic Relations U Thongthorn, Yangon Region Chief Minister, UMFCCI President and members. Vice President U Myint Swe. Trade volume increases month on month, is conducive for economic development, and $19.501 billion comes from private sector, and trade rose to 89%. So the role of private sector development is very vital. Union Minister for Commerce Dr. Myint. In the last 9 months, the export volume increased to some extent and import dropped slightly. Trade deficit for this period therefore narrows to over 1 billion only. So in previous years, the deficit was measured at around 3 billion usually. So if the import volume is greater than export volume at this rate, the deficit will remain about 1 billion for coming 3 months to come. Among the exported products, demand for sugar and rice export to world market dropped significantly. In agri-fertilizer and pesticide sector, the proposal to contain the illegal, unqualified pesticide products and the products with hidden active ingredients in the market was discussed. For the fishery sector, the government-to-government trade of fishery products with China and the law to control combined farming of fish and chicken and the plan to start a big fish farming project on a bank loan in connection with Project Bank were discussed. U Myint Swe, Yangon Region Chief Minister.
ဝင်ကြီးကဏ္ဍနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးကျွန်တော်တို့တိုင်းဒေသကြီးအစိုးရနဲ့လည်းခုပဲကျွန်တော်တို့စိတ်ဝင်စားပါကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့မြေတန်ဖိုးကိုပိုပြီးအသုံးချနိုင်ပြီးတော့နိုင်ငံရဲ့ GDP ကိုအများဆုံးတိုးတက်နိုင်စေနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်ဆိုရင်ငါးဝင်ကြီးကဏ္ဍငါးလုပ်ငန်းကဏ္ဍဒါငါးလုပ်ငန်းကနေစစ်တင်တဲ့ကုန်စည်ပို့ကုန်တွေတိုးမြင့်နိုင်ဖို့ကဏ္ဍဟာကျွန်တော်တို့အတွက်အမှန်တမ်းကိုအရေးကြီးပါတယ်ဒီလိုဆောင်ရွက်နိုင်မှုကချိန်တိုအတွင်းမှာတိုင်းပြည်ရဲ့ GDP ကိုအများဆုံးတိုးမြင့်နိုင်တဲ့ချိန်တစ်ခုဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီအတွက်လည်းကျွန်တော်တို့ရန်ကုန်တိုင်းဒေသကြီးအစိုးရအဖွဲ့အနေနဲ့အားလုံးကပွဲကြုံနေတော့လည်းကောင်းအားလုံးကခံနိုင်နေပဲဒီမှာဆောင်ရွက်နေတဲ့ကံဝေးကံကြီးအခက်နေတဲ့သူတွေနဲ့တော့လည်းကောင်းဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီတိုင်းစားနေတာရှိပါတယ်ဒီပြင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြုတ်ပြီးကိုကုန်စည်ပို့ဆောင်တဲ့နေရာမှာအားလုံးကခံ
To increase the export, fishery products production is crucial. This is a way to increase the country's GDP in a short period of time. So Yangon Region Government and the Myanmar Fishery Federation and businesses are working together towards this. So we are also discussing with Yunnan to improve the fishery export and trade. On tea leaves growing in production, the proposal to illegal import of dried tea leaves from China to protect the local businesses in Palau were discussed. On rice sector, the request to prioritize the presence of laboratory to test the rice's quality and certify them and to urge the international labs to enter Myanmar and to help prescribe the metrology and national standards draft laws were discussed. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on Vice President U Myint Swe and businesspersons discussing fishery and agriculture. Don't go anywhere just yet because we still got one last report for you on Ethnic Festival at Yangon University of Foreign Language. Yangon University of Foreign Languages hosted the Ethnic Festival for the first time. It showcased the traditional accessories, costumes, literature, dance and food of ethnic groups. DJ Zin reports.
Yangon University of Foreign Languages YUFL hosted an ethnic festival on 28 June. The festival includes the exhibition of traditional costumes, accessories and literature and food carnival of the ethnic groups. This is the very first time of holding the ethnic festival at YUFL.
China တိုင်းသားပေါင်းစုံနေတဲ့နိုင်ငံပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံအနေနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တိုင်းသားအားလုံးမိသားစုလိုနေထိုင်ဖို့လိုသလိုကျွန်တော်တို့တက္ကသိုလ်ဟာလည်းပဲတိုင်းသားပေါင်းစုံပညာလာရောက်သင်ကြားနေတဲ့မိသားစုရှိတဲ့တက္ကသိုလ်တစ်ခုဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့မှာလည်းပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီတိုင်းသားတွေအချင်းချင်းချစ်ချစ်ရင်းနှီးဖို့လိုပါတယ်ဒါကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဟာ
Our country is a country where all different ethnic groups live together. Like we live as a family in our country, our university is also a place where students from different ethnic groups are attending and staying as a family. So it is important to love each other among the ethnics. We are representing our university to support the friendly relationship of the ethnic groups of our country. DJ Henry Zin, writer of YUFL, explained about the purpose of holding the ethnic festival. At YUFL, not only Myanmar nationals are studying the foreign languages, the international students are also learning Myanmar language. This is the opportunity to present the tradition of Myanmar ethnic groups to the international students.
အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့
တက္ကသိုလ်မှာလည်းပဲ diversity ရှိတယ်ဆိုတာပြလို့ရတိုင်းသားဆိုတာတော့အယောင်သွေးဆောင်တာပေါ့နော်တယောက်နဲ့တယောက်စဉ်းစားတာချင်းလည်းမတူဘူးတွေးခေါ်တာချင်းလည်းမတူဘူးနေထိုင်မှုပုံစံလည်းမတူဘူးမတူပေမဲ့လည်းပဲမတူတာတွေကိုလက်ခံပြီးကျွန်တော်တို့အတူတူချစ်ချစ်ခင်ခင်စီစီလုံးလုံး
We can show the foreigners that in our university, even though we have diversity, differences in living and attitude, we can accept that differences and live in unity and peacefully. Ethnic Literature and Culture Committee was formed at YUFL at this academic year, and it is the first activity of the committee to organize the ethnic festival. Firstly, last year, chairperson of the committee, Dokin Leader, head of Department of History, talking about the purpose of the establishment of the committee.
Yangon နိုင်ငံခြားဘာသာတက္ကသိုလ်မှာပညာစီးပူးနေကြတဲ့တိုင်းရင်းသားလူငယ်မောင်မယ်လေးတွေရဲ့အကြားမှာယဉ်ကျေးမှုအချင်းချင်းအပြန်လှန်ယဉ်ကျေးမှုကိုလေးစားတန်ဖိုးထားစေဖို့ပြီးတော့လည်းပဲဒီရိုးရဓလေ့ထုံးစံတွေကိုမပြောက်ပြက်အောင်ထိမ့်သိမ်းဆောင်ရှောက်တတ်စေဖို့ရည်ရွယ်ချက်နဲ့တီချာတို့ဒီတိုင်းရင်းသားစာပေနဲ့ယဉ်ကျေးမှုကော်မတီကိုဖွဲ့စည်းထားတာပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်
We formed Ethnic Literature and Culture Committee for the ethnic students studying at YUFL to value each other's culture and to maintain their traditions. There are now total 196 members in the committee, and the festival is mostly prepared by the students and other guidelines of the teachers.
Diana Along Susu Bao, Go Mubo, ကရားတိုင်းရင်းသားကတော့ဒီကျောင်းမှာကျောင်းတက်တဲ့သူနေတဲ့အတွက်ကိုကရားတိုင်းရင်းသားလေးတွေတော့ဒီထဲထဲမှာမပါဝင်ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ပအိုးနဲ့တဝဲတိုင်းရင်းသားလေးတွေပါဒီထဲထဲမှာပါဝင်ပါတယ်
There are altogether 9 ethnic groups participated at the festival. Out of the major 8 ethnic races, Kayar ethnic group cannot participate since there are only few members of Kayar students at YUFL. O and the Wei families participated at the festival. One of the students of YUFL, Masumyete, talked about her opinion on the festival.
ပထမဆုံးအနေနဲ့ပြောချင်တာပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုပွဲမျိုးကျင်းပတဲ့အတွက်အကြောင်းစာကုန်ယူပါတယ်လို့ပြောချင်ပါတယ်အခုလို့ဆိုဒီပွဲကအကြောင်းမှာဒါပထမဆုံးကျင်းပပါပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုပွဲမျိုးကျင်းပတဲ့အနေနဲ့ဒီတိုင်းရင်းသားတွေအကြောင်းသားတွေမှာအကြောင်းသားတွေတိုင်းရင်းသားအကြောင်းသားတွေအကြောင်းလည်းဒီမှာတို့လေးလာနိုင်ပြီးတော့ဒီမှာကပွဲကအစားအသောက်ရောင်းတဲ့အပြင်တိုင်းရင်းသားတွေရိုးရာစာပေတွေဓလေ့တွေအကတွေ
I want to firstly say that I am proud of YUFL to host such kind of festival. Through this festival, we can not only taste the traditional food which are sold, but also learn about the literature, customs, and traditional dances. Moreover, since we are learning the foreign languages, the knowledge we get from this festival can be useful when we go abroad for cultural exchange. The festival is very beneficial. According to Rada Dada Jishun, they are to hold the ethnic festival at YUFL annually with more upgraded arrangements. That's all for now. This is your reporter Dora Susi from MI Radio.
Well, that's all the reports we have for today. Now let's explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening around the world. A New Zealand family fled their home and neighbors are being warned to keep a distance after muddy geysers started swallowing the property. Susan Guide said she awoke Tuesday morning at her home in Rotorua to what she initially thought was an earthquake. Guide told Radio New Zealand she looked out her kitchen window and spotted a big geyser coming out of the ground. Guide and her family abandoned their home as a precaution, and the mud geyser continued to grow, leading the Rotorua Lakes Council to warn of ground collapse in the area. The council said the geyser had grown so large Thursday that it had started to engulf Guide's garage. In other news, a bird with an unusual posture has been nicknamed Gorilla Crow after a video of it flexing its wings was snapped at a Japanese mall and went viral online. The video, posted by Twitter user @KataSimpson, was dubbed the Gorilla Crow when users pointed out the bird's posture appeared extremely ape-like. Crow researcher Kaylee Swift said the large-billed crow in the video wasn't actually all that unusual. Swift said the corvid was standing in a sunning posture that only made it appear as though it was using its wings to stand like a gorilla. We had Roger the muscular kangaroo that died last December, and now we have a macho crow appearing in our lives. Well, the world is something indeed. That's all with the news and reports on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. We'll be right back tomorrow. Have a great day.